Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Well, here's the big headline that we are getting this hour from the Deal Street. Competition watchdog CCI has approved the $16 billion Walmart Flipkart deal, which paves the way for the American retail giant to acquire Flipkart. However, traders' body, which is the Confederation of All India Traders, has said that it will challenge the decision in higher courts. To take this story forward, we're joined by former DIPP Secretary Saurabh Chandra and Praveen Khandelwal of Confederation of All India Traders, who also joins us now. Both of you, thank you very much for joining us on the show today. Mr. Chandra, if I'd start with you first, the CCI approval, it has come in actually much earlier than expected. Tell us what you make of this development.
E-tailing is the future of retail, and the test that all these mergers have to go through is whether it benefits the consumer, whether it benefits manufacturing, whether it benefits the rural sector. If Walmart had not moved in, perhaps Flipkart would have gone down under. And to that extent, there would have been less competition in e-tailing. Now, with Amazon there, with the Indian companies moving in, competition would be good for the consumers. But it has to be ensured that the other sectors also benefit. The corner stores, the brick and mortar stores, the traders would have some reason to worry. And that is, of course, reflected in what they've been saying.
Well, as per the Confederation of Small Traders, there is a lot of reason to worry, and they are, in fact, looking to move a higher court in protest against the CCI approval of this deal. Mr. Khandelwal, your take on that?
Well, it is very unfortunate that without giving an opportunity of hearing to CIT, which has lodged strong objections against the deal.
Yeah.
The Competition Commission has flayed the principle of natural justice by not giving any opportunity. I am unable to understand what was the hurry. We read in the newspapers about 4 or 5 days back that the Competition Commission has asked certain questions from Walmart and Flipkart about the deal. So what makes Competition Commission to approve the deal at the last stroke, within just calling the responses from Walmart and Flipkart?
Yeah.
On the other hand, if we look at press note number 3, it specifically says that FDI will not allow e-commerce. So it is a clear violation of press note number 3. Okay. And that is why, and the other thing is that we all know that Walmart is an offline retailer. Why an offline retailer is joining hands with e-commerce? It simply says that Walmart want to use e-commerce passage to infiltrate the retail trade with all kinds of goods sourcing globally. So therefore, it is a question for the trading community, and certainly we would be going to higher court against the approval of CCI.
Mr. Chandra, if you could come in on this, CCI has dismissed the concerns that were raised by the, Traders Confederation, saying that an FDI policy, as per the FDI policy, no e-commerce player can really influence prices in the market.
I am not aware of the CCI order. I have not.
Well, I'm reading from the CCI order.
Therefore,
actually, Mr. Chandra. Yeah, I'm reading from the CCI order where it's dismissed this concern, saying an FDI policy, under the FDI policy, an e-commerce player cannot influence market prices directly or indirectly. Do you think some of the concerns that are being raised, are unfounded?
Basically, what they do is a marketplace model. And in a marketplace model, you get all kinds of retailers selling their wares through the platform. So one will have to go through the order to understand why they have said this and how they have come to this conclusion. Without going through the entire order, it will not be fair for me to comment on it.
Okay, Mr. Chandra, leaving the order aside, given that this large e-commerce deal has now happened, we already know there are competitors in the market. There is Amazon in the market, we understand, has been trying to reach out to some of the retail players in India. How do you think the competitors will react now?
The competitors, of course, would perhaps fight it out through prices, for one, better services. But what I would like to point out is that the e-commerce policy has been on the anvil for quite some time. It is time that it is finalized so that we can find out whether the inventory-based model should also kick in along with the marketplace model. So there has to be some finality to the policy which has been hanging fire for quite some time.
Mr. Khandelwal, if you could again highlight for us, if you read through the order as well, the CCI has dismissed some of the concerns that were raised by the traders' body. How are you going to challenge this order in a higher court?
See, dismissal of concerns is one thing, but principle of natural justice says that the other party should be given ample opportunity to place their viewpoint. We have several Supreme Court judgments on this. And in the instant case, the Competition Commission has not given any opportunity, either orally or in written or in person. So what kind of justice Competition Commission is doing? I don't know what they have written in the long order passed today. But certainly they have not given any opportunity. They have not given into the merits of the objections raised by us.
Okay.
When we say that FDI in e-commerce is not allowed, so let them contradict that what we are saying is wrong.
Okay. Mr. Khandelwal and Mr. Chandra, just one quick comment from both of you, starting with Mr. Khandelwal. Sir, do you think, the draft e-commerce policy says there will be a sunset clause, on the steep discounts that online retailers are offering? Do you think that to some extent will be able to allay some of the fears that you have with respect to predatory pricing and competition in the market?
See, we welcome the draft of the policy, and in fact, today we had a roundtable conference, and we are going to suggest several suggestions on that. But certainly, we have seen in last 5 years that predatory pricing, deep discounting, loss funding, and malpractices have taken place in the e-commerce, which has vitiated. And Walmart is certainly going to toe the line. That is our worry, because as of now there is no control, there is no regulation at all.
Okay, Mr. Chandra, just your closing comments, sir. Do you think the draft e-commerce policy allays some of these concerns that are being raised with regards to predatory pricing?
My personal opinion is the government should not get into pricing. As far as predatory pricing is concerned, this is the domain of the Competition Commission of India. The matter should be referred to them, and their decision or their appellate tribunal's decision should be abided.
All right, Mr. Chandra and Mr. Khandelwal, both of you, thank you very much for taking time out and speaking to us here